Welcome to Team Basic Physics. Today we will solve Welcome to Team Basic Physics. Today we will solve West Bengal Board Model Question Paper for Class 12. So first question. Work done is carrying a charge Q dash once round a circle of radius r with a charge Q at the center. So that means if we draw a circle, and Q at center, and this circle will behave like a equipotential surface. So if it is a equipotential surface, then another charge Q dash is moving on this equipotential surface, then total work done will be 0. So that option C will be the right answer. Now question number 2. If Q1 minus Q2 is Q, then the value of ratio Q1 by Q for which the force Q1 and Q2 is maximum. Okay, now force is maximum. Now given that Q1 plus Q2 equal to Q, so we can write Q2 equal to Q minus Q1. So then force F equal to Q1 into Q2 by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. That means it will become Q1 into Q minus Q1 square by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. So then for maximum force, dF by dQ1 will be 0. So we can write this Q minus 2Q1 equal to 0. So we can write Q1 by Q will be half, means 0.5. So 0.5 will be the right answer. Now question number 3. A circuit whose resistance R is connected to n similar cells. If the current in the circuit is the same whether the cells are connected in series or parallel, then the internal resistance R of each cell is given by. Okay. Now in series connection, we can write I equal to NE by, suppose there is n number of cells, R plus NR. And for parallel combination, I equal to E by R plus R by N. So given both I are same, so we can write NE by R plus NR equal to E by R plus R by N. So you will cancel out. So we can write NR plus R equal to R plus NR. So N minus 1 into R equal to N minus 1 into small r. So we can write small r equal to capital R. So option C is the right answer. Now question number 4. Two wires of resistances R1 and R2 have temperature coefficient of resistance alpha 1 and alpha 2 respectively. They joined in series. The effective temperature coefficient of resistance is. Now suppose at 0 degree centigrade, the R equivalent will be R1 plus R2, and at T degree centigrade, that R equivalent dash will be R1 dash plus R2 dash, where we can write R1 dash equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha 1 T, and R2 dash equal to R2 into 1 plus alpha 2 into T. So if we put this value here, then R1 into 1 plus alpha 1 into T plus R2 into 1 plus alpha 2 into T. So R1 plus R2 plus R1 alpha 1 plus R2 alpha 2 into T. So we can write R1 plus R2 1 plus this one R1 alpha 1 plus R2 alpha 2 by R1 plus R2 into T. So it will can write R equivalent into 1 plus alpha equivalent into T. So alpha equivalent equal to R1 alpha 1 plus R2 alpha 2 by R1 plus R2. So Option C will be the right answer. Now question number 5. Question number 5 is given. A triangular loop of side A carries a current I. It placed in a magnetic field such that the plane loop in the direction of B. Then the torque. So basically for a triangle of side A, the area is root 3 L square by 4. Then torque will be IAB sine 90. That means root 3 IBL square by 4 will be the right answer. So option D is the right answer. Now the resultant magnetic moment of neon atom. Basically neon atom has atomic number of 10 and there are basically 10 number of electrons and all are paired. So all are paired means their resultant magnetic moment will be 0. Now question number 7. The frequency of the source EMF of an AC circuit is N. The power varies with the frequency like okay. Now if we solve this question, that we can write V equal to V0 sine omega t and I will be I0 sine omega t plus phi. So power P will be V0 I0 by 2 into cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. It is power. So basically voltage has value omega, power has value 2 omega. So if voltage has frequency n, then power with frequency 2n. Okay. Now RMS value of this equation that E equal to given 8 root 2 sine omega t plus 6 root 3 sine 2 omega t. So here E1 equal to 8 root 2 and E2 equal to 6 root 2. Then ERMS will be root over of E1 square plus E2 square by 2. So that means it is 8 root 2 whole square plus 6 root 2 whole square by 2. That means 64 into 2 means 128 plus 72 means 200. 200 by 2 means 10. 10 will be the answer. 10 will be the answer. So 10 volt is the right answer. Now Maxwell modified the form of Ampere's circuited law is option D is the right answer. The electromagnetic wave having shortest wavelength is gamma ray. Okay. Now displacement current goes through the gap between the plates of capacitor when the charge of the capacitor does not change. Actually displacement current is created when there is a variation of charge or electric field. So assertion is not correct. And also the reason the displacement current arises in the region in which the electric field and hence the electric flux does not change with time, and it is also not correct. So there is no option. No options are correct. Okay. Question number 12. If an electron deflected while passing through a certain region of space, then only possibility is that there is no magnetic field in the region. Electron can be deflected by electric field also, but only possibility is not possible. So assertion is not correct. And the force on electron is directly proportional to the magnetic field, because we know that Lorentz force F equal to Q V sine theta. That means F proportional to V. So it is correct. So reason is correct, but assertion is false. So option B is the right answer. Okay. Now question number 13. A thin metal plate of P inserted between the plates of parallel plate capacitors of capacitance C in such a way that the edges touch the two plates. If the capacitance now becomes, if these plates touches, then the capacitance will become infinity, because it will behaves like a conductor, and conductor has the capacitance of infinity. Okay. Now question number 14. Question number 14 says it is a Wheatstone bridge. Basically it is a Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge has 10 ohm resistance, it is 20, it is 100, and it is 200. Okay, and there is a galvanometer. Okay, so here P by Q equal to R by S condition is valid, because 10 by 20 equal to half and 100 by 200 also half. So if we change this P with 11, then we have to change this 100 will be plus 10, plus 10. So Q will be increased by plus 10. Okay, it is right. And also if we increase this value of R is plus 2, then 11 by 22 means half, and 100 by 200 means also half, so it will be also right. And another example is R into S equal to R into Q equal to P into S. So given the value of P is 11 into 200, so it means 2200. So it is also right. So option C is also right, option D right, option A is also right. So here given that not bring means option B is the right answer here. Okay, so it is actually false. Okay, so now question number 15, find the effective resistance between A and B point in the following circuit. Now cut this point. If we cut this point, then it is basically a Wheatstone bridge, so equivalent resistance of this portion is R, and the equivalent circuit will be, here is R, here is R, here is another R, so 3R, and in below there is 2R. So R equivalent here will be 3R into 2R by 3R plus 2R means 5R. So it will 6R by 5. So 6R by 5 is the right answer. Now find the potential difference between point A and B in the following circuit. So if we see from this point that VAB, it will become plus 10 minus 12, and current will goes from B to A, not A to B. So minus 2 into, there is 2 resistance, 2 and 2 means 4. So it will become minus 10 volt. So minus 10 volt is the right answer. Now question number 17. So it is a figure with potentiometer. So consider potentiometer. Potentiometer wire is given, means L is given 600 centimeter. So we can write it as 6 meter. Okay. Now from this point, the potential gradient means x dash will be E into 15R by 6 into 15R plus R means 16R. So it will become E into 15R by 6 into 16R. So we R cancel out, 6 is 5 is 2, so means 5E by 32. Okay, so now there will be zero deflection of galvanometer when the distance is x plus 0.2 for this E by 2. So E by 2 equal to x means 5E by 32 into x plus 0.2. So E cancel out is 16. So we can write 16 equal to 5x plus 1. Okay, so 5x equal to 15. So we can write x equal to 3. So x is the 3 is the right answer. Okay, now question number 18. A 100-watt heater is designed to operate with a 100-volt line. So the resistance of this portion heater will be V square, means 100 square by 1000. So it will 10 ohm. Okay, now if it is connected with this, along this, with this figure, in this figure, so then equivalent resistance will be 10 plus 10R by 10 plus R. So R 10 ohm and R are in parallel, and they are also connected with in series with 10 ohm. So we can write 100 plus 20R by 10 plus R. So that means current I equal to 100 by 100 plus 20R 10 plus R. Okay, so current in this portion I1 along this heater, so I1 will be I into R by 10 plus R. So it is 100 into R by 100 plus 20R. So the voltage means power. So along now the power is given 62.5. So power is 62.5, which is equal to basically I1 square into R. So it is 100R by 100 plus 20R whole square into 10. So we can write it is 6.25 equal to 100R by 100 plus 20R whole square. So we can write it is as a 6 means 2.5 equal to 100R by 100 plus 20R. So we can write 250 plus 50R equal to 100R. So 50R equal to 250. So we can write R equal to 5. So R will be 5 ohm is the right answer. So R equal to 5 ohm. Okay. Now question number 19. Question number 19, given the find the equivalent resistance between A and B point. Okay. So first consider the equivalent resistance is X. Then we can write this X equal to 1 plus 2x by 2 plus x. So we can write it is as a 2 plus 3x by 2 plus x. Okay, so we can write 2x plus x square equal to 2 plus 3x. That means x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. So we can find the positive value by x is 2. So x is the 2 is the right answer. Now question number 20. A 220 volt input is supplied to a transformer. The output draws a current, means output is V1 is given 220, V2 is given 440 and I2 is also 2. Okay, now find the value of I1 and eta is given 80%. 80% means 0.8. So it is basically P2 by P1 means V2 I2 by V1 I1. So put this value 0.8 equal to 440 into 2 by 220 into I1. So it cancel out 2. So I1 equal to 4 by 0.8 means 5. So 5 is the answer. Okay. Now question number 21 from this case-based studies. Okay. So given a parallel plate capacitor and we know the capacitance of this parallel plate capacitor is given by epsilon 0 A by D. Okay, now in the parallel plate capacitor the capacitance is increased if the area of the plate is increased, means A increase. So option C is the right answer. And also given the surface charge density plus sigma and minus sigma and the magnitude of the electric field, and also here magnitude of the electric field is sigma by epsilon 0. It is also written on figure, so we can write it is sigma by epsilon 0. And in a parallel plate capacitor consists of two circular plates of diameter 8 centimeter. So given diameter is 8 centimeter, that means radius equal to 4 centimeter, means 4 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So area will be pi into 16 into 10 to the power minus 4 area. So capacitance C equal to epsilon 0 into 16 pi into 10 to the power minus 4 by D, and which is actually exactly equal to the same capacitance of a sphere of diameter 20 centimeter, means 4 pi epsilon 0, it is 20 centimeter means 0.2. So 4 pi is cancel out, here is 4, epsilon 0 cancel out. So D equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 divided by 0.2. So it means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 means 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter will be the right answer. Okay. Now a charge of 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb is placed on the positive plate, and a charge of minus 1 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb on the negative plate of a parallel plate capacitor of capacitance 0.2 into 10 to the power atto. The potential difference, then Q equal to 2 plus 1 means 1.5 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb, and capacitance is 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 microfarad, which is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 9 farad. So voltage V equal to Q by C, so that means 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 8 divided by 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 9, which means it is 15 by 1.2 means cancel out 12.5 volt, it will be the right answer. Okay, now a dielectric is placed in between two parallel plate capacitor as shown in figure. The dielectric constant of the dielectric being K. If the initial capacity be C, then the new capacitance will be. So here is basically 2. This one C1 and consider this one as C2. So C1 will be epsilon 0 A by 2 by D means C by 2, and C2 becomes K epsilon 0 A by 2 by D equal to KC by 2. Okay, now add them, then means they are in parallel, so C equivalent will be C1 plus C2, C1 plus C2. So C by 2 plus K into C by 2 means K plus 1 into C by 2. So option C will be the right answer. Now question number 26 to 30 from Biot-Savart law. Now given the vector form of the Biot-Savart law, okay, and this question is the direction of the magnetic field along, okay, direction of the magnetic field obviously along perpendicular to both DL cross R, means this one, option C is the right answer. And for a state wire of L, so for a state wire the magnetic field will become mu 0 I by 2 pi R at a given point. So basically B proportional to 1 by R. So B decreases as 1 by R. Okay. Now two long straight wire are set parallel to each other. Each carries a current I in the same direction, and the separation between them is 2R. So basically two parallel wire, separation, same direction, current is flowing. So magnetic field for this is B, which is direction along cross, and for this the magnetic field also B, and the direction is dot. So the resultant B net will be B minus B will be 0. So 0 is the right answer. Now Biot-Savart law can be expressed as the alternatively as Ampere's circuitry law, obviously, and the produced magnetic field in the point O is given the. Now for this we consider this one 1, this one 2, and this one 3. Now for this one B1 is a semi infinite wire, so we can write mu 0 I by 4 pi R, and this is semicircular arc, so B2 equal to mu 0 I by 4R, and B3 0. So B equal to this summation of B1 plus B2 plus B3 means mu 0 I by 4R 1 by pi plus 1, and it direction along inwards. So basically option A is the right answer. Now question number 31 to 35. So given the resistance of 12 ohm, so R equal to 12 ohm, and chi C, the reactance of a capacitor, is also given 14 ohm. L equal to 0.1 Henry, omega means N equal to 50 Hertz, so omega equal to 100 pi, okay, radian per second, and VRMS it is given 200 volt. So first question is the value of the inductive reactance means chi L. Chi L equal to omega into L means 100 pi into 0.1 means 10 pi. 10 pi means 31.4. So option A with 31 for U. So 31 will be U. Okay. Now Question number 2. The value of the impedance means Z. So Z equal to root over of R square plus chi L minus chi C whole square. So it will become 12 square plus 31.4 minus 14 whole square. So means root over of 12 square plus 17.4 square. So it will become greater than 17.4 means 21.13. So for 2 it is option T. Option T, option T, option T, option A. Okay. Match with acha. Now the current in the ampere, current IRMS will become VRMS by Z. So V is given 200 by 21.13. So it is means 9 point something, 9.46. So option C with R. R. Okay. Now question number 34. Question number 34 is given the value of the phase angle. Phase angle means phi. So phi equal to tan inverse chi L minus chi C by R. So that means tan inverse, it is 17.4 by 12. So it is less than 1.5 means tan inverse 1.45. So option Q. Q. So Q is the correct option for 34B. Okay. Now last one, the relation between VL and VC. So basically chi L is greater than chi C. So obviously VL greater than VC. So VL will be greater than VC, option S. So S is the right answer. So thank you. Be with us, and we will upload all the question banks question from Rai Martins and solutions. Okay. See you in next video. Till then, tata.